many post-slavery societies, particularly in the diaspora, we find ourselves being mocked by having buildings named after people who directly benefited from the slave trade. We have statues that pay homage to people who were basically a part of our oppression. All right, this has been taking place for quite a while. In fact, even in America, as you can recall, Dave Chappelle said that the American currency looks like baseball cards for slave owners, right? And I think I couldn't put it any better than that. That is what it is reduced to. People who did harsh atrocities are actually being honored with statues and other monuments in their honor, you know. But the UK, there was actually the statue of a slave trader named Edward Colston, okay, and it was there mocking the black residents and secretly inspiring and empowering the white supremacist factions that exist, okay. And so I'm not calling everyone of a particular race an extremist or supremacist, but there are people who will openly identify as white supremacists. Okay, but so basically, recently in the protests, we find that there has been a wave of anti racism protests around the world. And it basically hit home in the UK, where the protesters put several ropes around Edward Colston's statue and pulled it down, defaced it, stood on it, and basically dumped it in a river, you know. And so I found that while it was an inspiring moment, I still found that we're not really very present. Our community is still being marginalized in protests. As I said in the video prior to this, we're being outnumbered in the protests. We're not even allowed to participate in the removal of those statues. You know, I would have expected there to be more Africans who were present and actually trying to be more actively involved in that particular statue being removed, you know, since it really pertains to our ancestors, you know. But in any event, it was a peaceful protest, all things considered. The police have decided that they will not harass the citizenry during these protests. So I think that in itself is noteworthy. Um, Yet still, our people still demand justice for our ancestors, and so reparations is still um, at the center of our platform. It is at the core of our agitation. We need justice for our ancestors. Okay, standing up and protesting with me will not give us justice for the countless Africans who were slain during slavery, after slavery. All right, family. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about all these dynamics. One love.